What's going on, everyone? Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Freddie Freeman and the possibility of him being signing with the Toronto Blue Jays once the lockdown is over. The lockout is over. And a lot of Blue Jay fans don't like the idea of Freddie Freeman because they feel like he doesn't fit with the team because it would make Vladdy regress, and I don't think the same. There's so much that the Jays can do to, be able to utilize both Freddie Freeman and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. There's just a whole lot that they could do. They can move both guys around, and they could fit it in somehow, but there have been a lot of reports and rumors about Freddie Freeman to the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect Freddie Freeman to take this long to make his decision. I thought 1,000% he's going back to Atlanta, but now there's a lot of reports saying maybe not. And apparently the Jays met with his representatives right before the lockout, and they discussed something, and I think it's definitely a possibility, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Jays go out and make a deal with Freddie Freeman. The Jays, one thing that in the MLB you got to be happy with is when your owner and your front office is, they come out and say they're going to spend money, and they prove it. I mean, they've clearly in the past couple of off seasons, they've proven that they are not afraid to throw money to big players, and I think we could see that with Freddie Freeman here, which is very important. But like I said, a lot of people are concerned that if they sign Freddie Freeman, what will happen with Vladdy Guerrero Jr. And I think that it would be absolutely beneficial. Nothing would go wrong if they brought in Freddie Freeman. He's a left-handed bat, something the Jays have needed for a long time. So Freeman would be a match made in heaven for the Jays. As to where he would play, that's the question Jays fans have. I know there's a possibility of Vladdy moving back to third and Freeman coming in and playing first base with Bichette and Biggio up the middle of the infield. A lot of people don't like this idea of moving Vladdy to third, though, because they feel like he would regress and he wasn't as good there as he was at first base. But Vladdy, he's not a terrific defender. Even at first base. I mean, it's not like he won a Gold Glove, and you want to put him back to the position that he was struggling with. I think we've seen that Vladdy, is the same defensive player both at third and first. Now, that's just my opinion. There's a lot of people that think otherwise, but this is the first option that if the Jays brought in Freeman, this is what they could do in terms of defensive adjustments. Another thing they could do is rotate Vladdy and Freeman between first base and DH. And this is something that is definitely, I would think, if the Jays did bring in Freddie Freeman, this would be the more, I'm not going to say obvious, but I think it would happen if the Jays were to bring him in. I think this would be the first thing that would happen. Maybe Vladdy plays a few games at third, and Freddie Freeman, gets at first for a little portion of the games. Maybe when they play in the National League where there's no DH, maybe they decide to do this. But at the end of the day, I think the most likely resolution, if the Jays brought in Freddie Freeman, would be to switch between him and Vladdy at first, and the other plays DH. I think that would be something that would happen, and then the Jays would go out in free agency and get a small name to play either third or second. There's tons of those guys out there. Santiago Espinal, maybe he turns into the everyday third baseman, and we get Cam Biggio at second. There's so much the Jays can do. But I just wanted to touch quickly on the possibility of Freddie Freeman coming to the Toronto Blue Jays. I have absolutely no problem with it. I think Freddie Freeman's a player who can change the whole complexion of your team. He's coming off a World Series. He's definitely an experienced player. He's definitely a guy that he would fit in immediately with this team. He would be a big left-handed bat that many people view as the biggest need for the Toronto Blue Jays. That would solidify that left-handed bat, undoubtedly. Now, in the end, guys, am I predicting this to happen? No. But Do I think it's a strong possibility? Yes. Would I be surprised if the Jays went out and signed Freddie Freeman? Absolutely not. I think it's definitely a possibility, and I think the Jays are, in the top 3 right now in the finalists in terms of landing Freddie Freeman once the lockout is over. But that's all I got in this video, guys. You guys let me know down below in the comment section your thoughts on Freddie Freeman, him being rumored to the Blue Jays, and let me know your thoughts on the possibility of him becoming a Jay. Do you think it's going to happen? If so, what would the deal look like? If not, where would he end up? But let me know all that good stuff down below in the comment section. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We'll see you guys on the next video. Let's go Blue Jays.